open meeting requirements under the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and only such public business matters as were identified in the motion to convene the closed session were heard, discussed, or considered during the closed session. Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Dr. Ariady?
Yes.
Mrs. Kimbrough?
Yes.
Mrs. Carson?
Yes.
Dr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mr. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Let's stand and say the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is this certified? You give it? Okay, thank you. I need a motion for the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second. Second. All in favor? All right. We'll move on to awards and recognitions, accommodations, introductions.
Good evening, Ms. Carson and members of the board. Just want to give some, always a special time of the meeting when we do recognition. So tonight we are recognizing the Prince Edward County Public Schools School Nutrition Department. So let's give them a little round of applause. Prince Edward County Public Schools is proud to announce that we have been honored with the Healthy Meals Incentive Small and/or Rural SFA Lunch Trailblazer Award, presented by the USDA Food and Nutrition Service in collaboration with Action for Healthy Kids. This award recognizes school districts that have made exceptional improvements to the nutritional quality of their school meals. Over the past 12 months, Prince Edward County Public Schools has taken bold and proactive steps to transform our lunch menu, setting a new standards for excellence in school nutrition. We have focused our efforts on 3 key strategies: incorporating fresh, high-quality proteins, increasing the use of locally grown produce, and minimizing processed, high-sodium ingredients. These changes align with the forthcoming federal sodium reduction targets and demonstrate our commitment to student health and well-being. The Healthy Meals Incentive Awards highlight the innovative practices, student and community engagement, and successful strategies used by schools across the country to serve meals that support the 2020 through 2025 dietary guidelines for Americans. Prince Edward County Public Schools is proud to be recognized as a leader in the movement toward healthier and more nutritious school meals. So with that, tonight we have elementary school manager, Ms. Chantrese Haskins. Congratulations. We're going to turn for a photo op. All right. For the middle school, we have Ms. Rosa Osborne. Come on up. Congratulations. And then for the high school, we have Miss Natasha Clark. All right. And Mr. Bruce Davis, come on up. He is the school nutrition Take pictures, don't you?
Yeah. Here, y'all see
I'll get you
I already
one
got
with
your group. 1 and 2. Gotcha.
All right. Did you get one with the 4?
Yes, I got them already.
All right. You want to say anything?
Yes, please. So, a lot of times when I come to school board meetings, it's always about, me by myself, but really it's the 3 managers and their staff that really do all the work. Getting here at 6 in the morning, being here until 2, cooking breakfast, cooking lunch, cleaning and serving the children, And, you know, I give them the tools, I give them the recipes. They give me the look, but, you know, they know how important it is to feed their children, and they take it very serious. And I'm very lucky to have a staff that we have here at Prince Edward County Schools, because there's a lot of schools that are struggling with labor and people who really want to make a difference, and that's our goal, is to make a difference here at Prince Edward County Schools. So I'm very proud of what they do every day. So without them, it would not be me. And no matter how much of a hard time I give them, and I do give them a hard time, and they'll agree, they know how passionate I am, and they know how important it is to me. So, and how important it is to our kids. So very proud of them, and I enjoy it.
Thank you. I will say over the last 2 days, I've been in each of the school cafeterias during lunch, and kids have a great options here. The fresh fruit and the vegetables, and it is amazing. And the cookies that they can buy, the fifth graders were more excited that they could get an ice cream sandwich for the first time. That line was backing up a little bit, so it's good. And they have options for Gatorade and different things like that. So this team does a phenomenal job, and thank you to all they do and their team, and to Mr. Davis. It's some good food. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. Right, before we go any further, I just want to say, hey, Ms. Womack, it's so good to see you. Y'all remember, Ms. Womack was on the board for how many? 14 years. 14 years. And she passed on some little bits of things to me, and I'm just so glad to see you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're going to go to public participation. Do we have anyone who signed up? He's going to check and see if anybody signed up. She did, okay. All right, if we do, let me read you the guidelines for public comment. The purpose of public comment, of the public comment portion of the meeting, is to direct comments to the board and or provide information. The board listens to each comment and does not engage in dialogue with the speaker. Comments should be respectful and demonstrate consideration for others by not referring to any specific person or personal incident. When the speaker's allotted time expires, the board chair will give a signal, and the speaker should conclude his or her comments. Each participant has up to 5 minutes to speak. The superintendent will provide the speaker with a follow-up response on behalf of the board. Thank you in advance for following this procedure. Your cooperation ensures individuals can share their comments while also allowing for timely completion of the board's agenda. This one I can give you your name and your address.
Beulah Womack, 11156 Farmville Road, Farmville, Virginia, Hampton District.
All right.
To Superintendent Jones, I want to congratulate you. So that wish you much success. I look forward to working with you as a community member as you work on behalf of our children in Prince Edward County.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, we're going to go to the consent agenda. I need a motion.
Move we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Second. All in favor? All right. Information item, elementary school construction.
So, yes, ma'am. Get to that information.
Okay.
Getting used to my new packet here. Sorry, y'all.
All right.
So the elementary school construction is moving along. We have a construction meeting every 2 weeks, and the rain, what I can say is the rain has slowed us up just a little bit, but now that most of it's under roof, we are doing okay. So we just did two of the board of supervisors just came and did a tour yesterday, first day of school, so we did a quick tour, so that was good. And I always want to get you all in here to do a tour as well, so let me find this information, sorry. Ms. Lee keeps me all organized here. So, sorry. But some of the work that we have done, since the last meeting, we've done some gutter work. They have, finished they're still working on the inside with making sure everything's under roof. That right now they're looking at some leaks that that have come up, with the roofing and so forth with the rain. So we're working with the roofing company on that. So we will get there. But it is, working with making sure that everything was cleared out for the first day of school, which the construction company, I can't say enough about, the company and all that they've done to prepare us to get ready for school. So our completion date is still in the spring of 2027. We're still on target for that. Next year at the opening of school, our goal is to have the drop-off loop open in the new part of the school. So that will be good. So fingers crossed, that will look different. It'll be 3 lanes that funnel and come around, and it turns back into 1. So fingers crossed that goes well. But in the meantime, to get that, there will be 4 mobile units that will have to come out. So that will take coordination. And those classrooms that are in the mobile unit will move back into the building. And then in January, we'll start scheduling this. In the fall, there'll be a portion of the building that will have 7 classrooms that will have to move into part of the new part. So that will take some coordination. And one of the rooms that we'll have to move is the library. So we will have to really coordinate that of boxing books and making sure we can get all of that done. So that'll be in January when all of that takes place. So I put in an order for no winter weather. Yes, so we can make sure that everybody can get that moved. So that is our update.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, we're going on to action items. Approval of additional appropriations. Ms. Jones?
Good evening, School Board Chair, School Board members, and Dr. Jones. This evening, I stand before you seeking approval to go before the Board of Supervisors to actually have 2 additional appropriations appropriated to this year's budget. One is our All in Virginia grant, which we have had this is our 3rd year of this grant. It started back in 2023-24. All revenues was received in that year, so we had 3 years to expense the grant. So this is our last year, and what is remaining of that, of that grant is $560,005 of that grant that needs to be appropriated into this school year for that grant. Any questions about that?
No questions?
I'd just like to make a motion.
Any questions?
We got one
Yeah,
more
we got
thing.
one more.
We got
I
one
just
more.
wanted to see if anyone had any questions. Yep.
All right.
And our second one is a new grant. It's called the, hold on, let me make sure I give the right wording for it. School-based mental health telehealth grant. And that's $300,000, and that's new. And we're asking for that to be appropriated in this year's budget as well.
What all is that?
Mrs. McClure is checking into that as you ask. So once we figure it out, we will let you all know what it entails, because when it says telehealth, we're not sure if they're only looking at you doing it via web or what. We don't know that yet. So that's what she's checking into for us.
So
It
on,
does, go ahead, you go ahead.
So on that, with that grant is, currently we have a mental health grant that we have counselors with, and there's enough funding to get us through a portion of the year. But this is additional money that has come from the state where it is just telehealth services, meaning that if a child needs some counseling or so forth, it is truly via, whether it's it may be a Zoom meeting, it may be just a phone call, it may be where a child has access to. And so and the guidelines from the state are not as clear as they need to be of what that would entail and who can do it. So we're working through that. So a school division can get reimbursed up to $300,000 for these services.
Any other questions? Okay. You got some more here? We
No,
done?
that's it.
That was it.
That was it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Agenda.
All right, I'm sure.
now we're done to go.
I'd like to make a motion that approve those appropriation, the funds for appropriate, to be appropriate.
Second.
Kathy, a second? Anyone, all in favor? Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Ms. Jones. We're on D, approval for the 2025-2026 hearing officer, policy GBM.
Yes, ma'am. So Ms. Carson and members of the board, in the past, there's a policy that a school board can adopt that gives an option for an outside person to come in and be a hearing officer in case there's a grievance by a staff member, a professional staff member. And Prince Edward County Public Schools has opted in the policy that we have an outside hearing officer that comes in. So based on that, the recommendation is for Francine Bolden, who's the Chief HR Officer for Henrico County Public Schools, to be our hearing officer, and if there's ever the need for that. And she has agreed to do that.
Can you say her name again?
Yes, ma'am. Francine Bolden, Bouldin.
I move that we appoint Francine Bolden as our hearing officer per policy GBM if it's ever necessary.
Second.
Second. All right, all in favor?
Mrs. Steph, did you vote A or nay?
I have a question, but I'll
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I meant my doing here. Okay, certified 2025-2026 crisis management plan. Mr. Good?
Good evening, Ms. Carson, Chairperson, School Board members, Dr. Jones. Again, this is just to certify our crisis management plan. It doesn't mean that the work is over with the crisis plan. It's a working document. Now, probably first semester, we'll get some fresh eyes to look at it and get some input, to even make it, to strengthen it. But this is just to certify that we have looked at our current crisis plan.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Good?
I just appreciate the work that Mr. Good and the team did to get all that done for us.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
We
Good.
have the transportation, that, I think that name is wrong on there. You might look at
Who do I have on there?
that. Daniel Jefferson.
He's part of our mechanics, and people say, well, Mr. Jefferson probably wouldn't need to be part of our crisis plan. But when you have vehicles out late at night or van stuff out there at night, we call Mr. Jefferson.
Okay.
So,
Not Mr. Smithson?
well, Mr. Simpson as well, but we work as a team, so it might involve all of us going out. We've been out in Hampton 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, we're recovering vehicles and making sure students get back on campus.
Okay, so he's a logistics guy.
Yes, sir.
One question was the motion is to certify the crisis plan? Is that the motion? Should that be the motion?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Go ahead.
I motion that we certify the 2025-2026 Prince Edward County Public Schools Crisis Management Plan as presented.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Thank you, Mr. Good.
Thank you all. We'll be bringing it back so y'all can look at the upgrade, some changes.
Okay, we're looking forward to that. Okay, we're on D, cell phone policy. Dr. Jones?
So yes, ma'am, Ms. Carson, members of the board, thank you. So as you know, when Governor Youngkin signed into law that's cell phone free from bell to bell instruction. So we're fast pacing this policy because it has to be in place by August 15th. So we have started this practice, and we're in day 2 of it, where students are allowed to have cell phones, however, they have to be up and away from bell to bell instruction. And that includes any communication devices, anything, whether it's a smartwatch, whether it's an iPad, that's not school issued. And so we, done a lot of communication with their families about that. You know, a letter came home from me about it. Information has gone out on calls from me about it, and we're in day 2 of this. So it is moving along. So day 2, students are adjusting, and so I saw Les today. It's going okay. So everybody's adjusting to it, and principals, I can't say enough about the enforcement of it. They're doing well along with all the staff, and that includes earbuds and different things. So students today, I'm speaking for today, when you asked them if they had them in to remove it, they did do it. So it's becoming the expectation. As with change, the first 3 or 4 weeks can be interesting, but they're moving along. So, and just as a reminder, there's no disciplinary action for, the law states that there cannot be disciplinary action for violation. However, there's always a however. If the student does not comply with it, then it becomes a violation of the standard code of conduct. It no longer becomes about the cell phone or the device, it becomes about the behavior that is being exhibited right then, and then that's when other things kick in. And the principals are also doing a good job working with the teams that are there, that the adults have to be the role model for this. So if we expect the kids to do it, then there has to be an expectation for the adults as well. At times it does arise where you may have to use the phone for an emergency, but we are working through all of that. So I would recommend this is approved.
I need a motion to approve this.
Make a motion, we approve the policies, JFCM, student cell phone and smart device possession and use policy.
Second it, okay. All in favor? Thank you. All right. VSBA policies, Ms. Kimball?
Well, this is, the ones we looked at, we had a first read of, for last month. I hope you had a chance to take a look at these. There were not any major changes in these policies. So I would recommend that we, approve these as suggested by VSBA.
Any questions for Ms. Kimball about the policies? Hope we all had time to look at them, read them over, so, okay. All right, I need a, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I need a motion.
So move.
So moved. I need a second.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? All right,
Yes, anything? So for, may I say?
I'm sorry.
May I say something?
Yeah.
So in policy, when you look at file BB, the student representative to the school board, that was one of them. So that is one of the things, we can come up with the guidelines that I would recommend that there is a student representative on the school board. They do not vote, they do not go into closed session, however, they sit up here and they have a voice on behalf of the student. So there is a process for selecting that we would work with Ms. Tibbs at the high school to have that done. So final approval of a name recommended would be done by you all. And, but I think it provides an option for kids to have a voice, and they just would give an update of things going on in the high school or different things in school that they wanna let the board know, so.
We had a conversation about this 18 months ago. It's been a while. Anyway, and so at the time, I think most of the board was in agreement that that this would be a good thing to do.
I want to suggest that the students have an election for
Yes.
that person, so they have a voice in who's
And
selected.
who's elected, yeah.
Well, the one that we have in here, is that the way we're going by? It says the principal of each high school nominates 2 students from the school to serve as a student rep. Is that, it's highlighted in yellow, is that what we're doing, or is that?
We can come up with, I could bring back a process to you all for, it could be an application process where the students that are interested apply to be interested in this. It could be, to apply to be the student representative, and they turn in a resume, they turn in a letter of interest, and then they do interviews with people from the school, from the central office, and then from that, there could be a recommendation to the school board for approval. And so you have a 2-year cycle. It could be a current senior and a junior. So you could have a senior that's the representative to the school board, and then your junior is an alternate representative, meaning when they become a senior, they become the representative to the school board. And you do a new junior. So they're applying their junior year.
So actually, we voted, but we didn't vote on this policy.
Well, we did not, because we don't have this yet. This one would come back to us.
Yeah.
But now,
I mean, this
well,
particular
wait just a
policy.
minute, you go ahead.
Okay, I want to object that the principal of the school nominate the students. It should come from an election by the students.
Well, I disagree about the election. I have to be real honest with you. I have a huge problem with putting that out as an election, because we very likely, that turns into a popularity contest. And so I think we can have something in between Ms. Tibbs nominating them or choosing them and an election. And maybe where people who are interested in doing it, that want to do it, apply and or something. But just to have it open to a vote like homecoming queen, I have a big problem. I cannot support that.
May I?
Most elections are popularity contests.
Yes, they are.
Okay, and this one would be no different in a sense, even though I would like to know or feel that the person chosen, recommended, is somehow connected to a government class or some kind of area where they're getting some, I hate to say it, but politics or political or some aspect of the government system, so that they have some background knowledge of what this whole arena represents. And so that would be my recommendation. Now, according to the election, it's going, and it should go that way in a sense, because that's the process that this whole thing encompasses. So it is good on one hand, it may be bad on the other. Okay.
So VSBA does a student representative to the school board workshop, and it's when the school board has their conference, and they do a very good job. It's all the student school board representatives that come that have this, and all the school boards that have a student representative on their board, and they do a workshop. It's a half day. It's usually done by a superintendent and a lawyer that give a in-service on. So there's options for, and this could be something, that we might not implement for the 25-26 school year, that we get in place to implement for the 26-27 school year. So we finalize and get a process in place.
So I guess wouldn't we have to make an amendment to our, because we voted on the policy as it is.
We did, you did, you're right.
This policy could stay in place, and then we could come back I could come back with a revision to the policy with the guidelines.
Does that work for you?
Does it work for everybody else?
We have to redo the motion?
No, he brings back a revision to it.
Okay.
Gets listed as optional, so you're.
It is listed as optional, yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're moving on?
I guess as long as we don't move forward
with
that in the
No, sir.
we will not.
All right. The next item are approval of VSBA training dates. Dr. Jones, you wanna?
So yes, ma'am, in there, you know, one of the things that, when you all were doing your superintendent search prior to hiring me, one of the things that came with VSBA, since you worked with VSBA for this process, you get a free training. And one of the, stipulations for that free training is, sometimes VSBA will come here, but with this particular training, it has to be in Charlottesville. So I've tried working to get that done and to no avail. They're not flexible on it as much as the Board of Nursing is on, some qualifications that I need for a health sciences teacher. So the dates that were available, the August ones are gone, so I think everybody was going to bring 3, you got a copy of the dates. So we can go ahead and set one.
Yeah, we need to set one.
If,
In the past, the SBA has also not been very flexible about 100% participation. And so it is hard to get people.
it is.
And so I guess my question to you is if 7 out of the 8 of us can come on one day, but one can't,
And
are
7
they gonna
days.
say, we're just 7 people are gonna show up and we tell them that's our date? And
Well, yeah, yes, ma'am.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You all paid for this.
Thank
This is the way I see it. The board paid for this to do your superintendent shirt.
We're going to Charlottesville.
Yeah.
And since not everybody's schedule will allow them to travel, so once a date is selected, whichever board members can go,
We're going.
can
We'll
go.
get there, okay.
The VSBA may not agree with me on that, but that's just, you all paid for this.
Okay.
So, let's look at the September dates. Are there any there that any of you cannot?
Yeah,
I have a bunch.
I can't do
Okay,
it on the
two-
18th, I'll be
I'm
in
sorry.
Canada.
Say again?
You cannot do the 18th.
I can't do the 18th, I'll come back at night on the 18th.
Okay.
Well, you're not gonna be here on the 17th either.
Yeah, I won't be.
Or are you gonna be here on the 10th?
17th, 18th?
I'm out of pocket for pretty much the last 3 weeks of September and the first week of October. I can do it on the 3rd or the 8th, and then I can't do it again until October the 9th. But don't let me not being able to do it keep us from picking one of those other dates if it works for everybody else.
I can do October the 8th.
I can do the 8th.
The 8th,
I can
I
do
can
the
do
8th.
the-
You can do the 8th?
Yeah, I can.
October,
So with a board meeting that day,
that's a board meeting.
Oh,
too.
can you do the?
That is a board.
we would,
Oh.
yeah. Which, I mean, could be fine, yes, but we'd have to scramble back.
And I can do the
I
20th.
cannot do the 8th.
You can't do that.
You do the October 22nd?
Yeah.
I can do that.
I can do the 22nd. I can do September the 3rd, 10th, 15th.
I can do September 3rd.
I can't do.
You can't do the 3rd. Can you do the October 22nd?
Yes.
Anyone else, October 22nd?
22nd would work.
Would that work for you,
Yes.
That works for you? Does that work for you?
Mr. Dunbarry?
I can't do the 22nd.
You can or cannot?
No, I can't, it's Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, there's one that can't.
And I can't do October 1st.
Ms. Steph, can you do the 22nd?
I have no idea.
What about Mr. Farley?
Yes.
I say we do it October 22nd. Because you won't, yours has to be a Wednesday.
It doesn't, because I have some Septembers that are not Wednesday,
Oh,
3rd and 10th.
I can do the 3rd,
Of October?
no, of September. I can do September 3rd.
September the 3rd.
Yeah, any Wednesday.
Oh, that's a school board meeting too, we can't do then either. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a school board meeting. Okay.
Is that the 3rd, the 3rd is, yeah, that is.
Yeah, that is.
The 10th.
Burden, can't see it now.
Oh, those are Wednesdays, aren't they? 3rd and 10th, those are Wednesdays.
All right,
The 15th I can do as well.
That's a Monday.
That's a Monday, yeah.
Of
And
September.
you can't do September 8th?
I can't do the 8th.
Ms. Steph, could you do
Actually-
September 15th? It's a Monday. You can't.
September the 15th is a Monday.
mm-hmm.
I would probably, 750, 16.
I can't do the 15th.
I can't do the 15th.
And Ms. Stiff, you weren't sure about October 22nd. I know Dr. Arietti cannot.
October 22nd is
Wednesday.
a Wednesday.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Let me get it in here before something jumps in.
Okay.
So have we settled on October the 22nd?
I think that's 7 of 8 of us at least.
Okay.
Dr. Arietti, you okay if they, are you good?
Yeah, I'll miss the,
Okay.
We'll fill you
We'll
in.
fill you.
October 22nd?
Yes.
No, I'm available. It's September 22nd that I can't do.
So October
you can
22nd.
October
Oh,
22nd.
yeah.
Oh, then there we go.
Okay.
Got a date. We got a date.
Unanimous.
Yeah. That's my birthday. We'll have a birthday cake.
Yes,
Oh,
we will.
I thought it was a national holiday.
Yes, right.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
And we
so-
will get the details of
Yes, ma'am.
the time and.
Yes, ma'am. I'll work with VSBA and we can arrange travel and different things.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
We got it.
So October
22nd.
22nd.
We got that. It's easy.
Yes, better than I thought. October 22nd.
And it'll be in Charlottesville?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Will we have a bus?
Yeah, we will arrange, yes, sir. We will get all that arranged.
All right.
All right, I've got that on my phone.
So, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you all. All right, so that's our day, we're in there. All right, we're going to move to G on this one. The approval of superintendent participation outside professional activities.
So with that, members of the board, and one of the things I am the superintendent of Prince Edward County Public Schools, but if I ever do anything outside of that scope, teach college or mentor another superintendent or anything where I may get compensated, I have to have your permission for that. So what I'm requesting is in this that I have permission to do that in case comes a time when I teach a college class and then I have an opportunity right now to be the mentor for a new superintendent, which I have done in the past, and I enjoy doing that as the coach, and so I have to have your permission in order to do that, and there is a stipend associated with that. But I did not want to agree to that until I had your permission based on what's in my contract. So I'm asking, yes, ma'am.
Well, on the college class, would you, if you were approached by Longwood, Hampton, Sydney, whoever, to teach a class, would you come to us and say, I've been asked to teach a
Yes.
class and it's on Saturdays? Okay, okay.
Yes, I would inform the
Board.
chain.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
great, okay.
So I'm asking for you to approve that, so I may move it forward.
It wouldn't interfere,
No, sir, it would not.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it will not interfere with no, sir, I will.
So you're like not gonna teach a class on Tuesdays,
No,
Thursdays
sir.
at 9:30?
No, ma'am, I will not do that.
Make a
Mr.
motion.
Townsend?
Oh, go ahead.
Second. Motion to approve superintendent participation in outside professional activities.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Thank you.
All right, we're at number 13, non-action items.
It's me, and there's a whole bunch, guys, so please read them, and there's a whole bunch coming next month too. And then we hopefully will be caught up until the next batch come. There's a new policy about, EBBC is new, so take a look at that one. The rest, there's very few major changes to them, but, you do need to take a look at it. There's also another one, IGBJ, about the advanced and accelerated math programs that the state just passed. So you wanna take a look at those too. And this is not just for the board, cause it hit me that I really should say this out loud too. This is also for public comment. So that if any, person in the community has any input, we certainly would like to hear it between now and the next time we vote on that.
Okay. Any questions from Ms. Kimball? Yes,
Well, no, my question is more along the line of the policy. We're gonna, I guess we, with that new policy on opioid antagonists, we're gonna make sure that all of those folks are in place.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And that the training and the things that go along with it. So I guess that's,
Cause that is new.
yeah.
We've sent those policies out to Mr. Good and to everyone to make sure that we are in compliance with those.
But then there's the one on the purchasing procedures. I said I wasn't gonna ask this
No,
question.
no, ask it, which one is it?
DJF.
DJF.
DJF?
They have in there the amount of $10,000 for, but it seems like the amount shouldn't matter. It should be for any money that we're paying out towards, but it should be that we shouldn't allow for any indentured, use of force or indentured child labor for any amount on that policy.
You point to
So what do you-
exactly where you're talking about.
So he's talking on,
Yeah.
so if you look down under, it's under the unauthorized aliens.
I see, okay, I'm
It's
there.
page 2.
Yep, I'm
And
there.
it talks about the school board includes in every contract for goods and services that exceeds $10,000 provisions that the use of force or indentured child labor as defined in Virginia Code, 2.2-431111.4A, and the performance of the contract is prohibited.
Well, and forced or indentured child labor means any work or service by somebody that's younger than 18,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
This is taken straight from the law of Virginia Code 2.2-4311-4A.
That amount is, that
Yes,
$10,000?
yes, this whole thing is, yes,
Okay.
From the Code of
from
Virginia.
the Code of Virginia.
Okay.
If we change it, it then becomes a regulation and it's our own
Well,
policy.
it becomes their policy, and we'd have to have a policy,
Policy.
we'd have to work with the school attorney
Attorney
to
to
come
make
up
sure-
with a
yes.
policy,
Yes,
make sure.
if we change it.
Yes.
It does come from the code, it's not a VSBA.
It is not a
It's
VSBA
it's not
thing,
a
it's that
VSBA.
policy that was that's quoted in that number 1 under the $10,000 provisions part. That is that's
That
what.
$10,000 is the
That's
set
part
amount
of that-
of the code.
Of the code.
But that was what I was.
Yes.
I would think intuitively, I would say that.
Yes,
Anybody.
yes.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I
That's a
understand.
good practice,
I get it.
yes, sir.
So,
We won't.
Any other questions? All right, so we'll vote on these next month and I'll have a whole set about this big or bigger for first read. And then in October,
We'll be
we'll
caught
caught
up.
up.
Yes, ma'am. You ready to
So
start
we'll
all
get a new
over again?
set.
all right. We're gonna move on to number 14, information items. Ms. Garrett?
Hi, good evening, Madam Chair, members of the school board, and Dr. Jones. I am here just to give you all a brief update. I know there's been a lot of questions about the high school math courses, so I just kind of want to give you an update on math and science courses, and then just update on where we are in our new textbooks. So for the high school, we do have some online courses, and I want to explain how those are working. We have what we're considering, it's a hybrid model for our SOL courses. So our end of course classes for chemistry and geometry, that's a hybrid model through Edmentum. And so 3 days a week on the screen, there will be a live teacher teaching the students. 2 days a week, they will be doing asynchronous work, kind of following up with the lesson that the teacher just did. So that's how we're handling the SOL credit courses. For our other courses, like environmental science and biology 2, like advanced biotopics, that's going to be, and anatomy as well, is going to be synchronous. So that's going to be on Edmentum. The students will be working on work alone. They can reach out to their teacher, but they will not see a person on a screen. And there is a lab monitor hired for one of the courses. We're working for another one to have a lab monitor that's going to be there to monitor the students' work. She can log into the platform, see the students' updates from the teacher to try and help make sure our students are reaching out for support and getting the help that they need. So are there any, and this is the first semester plan, and then we will address the second semester plan, second semester, and that gives us the opportunity to still try and hire for that person around this time if possible. You know, you never know what could pop out. So we want to make sure we leave that open for second semester if possible. If not, we have a plan in place for second semester that will mirror this, which will have a live 3-person a week person for the SOL courses and then asynchronous for our other courses. Any questions about that math, how we're handling the math? Yes, ma'am.
So, I just wanna make sure that every child who is sitting in a room with a computer and is doing an online class, will everybody have a lab monitor? All classes, second period, math class, it's online, whatever it is.
Everybody, yes, the way that the high school has scheduled them is that person runs a full schedule, that lab monitor, and those students are all in a room with her, and she's with them the entire time.
So there's not gonna be any children with online classes that don't have a lab monitor?
There's none for this part. We may have some singletons, and I have to go back and look for that, which is a student who may, and right now I don't know if we have any of that. Sometimes we have a student that may take Latin 3.
Got it.
You know,
Right,
we've had a
right.
student who's taken American Sign Language. Those
Sure.
students, that's a little different.
Sure, yes,
Those are
yes.
called our singletons, and that's a more independent
Okay.
practice for students who have advanced coursework.
Okay.
But for these courses, they will be with an adult in the room, and the students all have headphones with a microphone so that they're able to interact with the teacher in live time.
Okay.
Yes.
And that monitor, they're not necessary, they're like a substitute, they will be qualified as a, they will be as the same certification as the same standard we have for substitutes.
Correct.
Not necessarily as in matching their curriculum.
Correct, but it will be someone that will be the same person with those students every day that we are training on the platform so they do understand what the students are doing, which makes it more valuable than having like a day-by-day substitute.
So one of the things that the lab monitor will also do, to answer your question, Dr. Corbett, is they may not have the degree in the specific subject. However, they will be in the room to make sure that we receive the grades, the kids are doing the work, the kids are on task, and if they have issues, whether they may need some additional support, that we can help maybe arrange that somehow. So it will be like they're in a class, but the only difference is if it's a biology class or a chemistry class, they're all doing chemistry. There'll be the lab monitor that's going around the room, and then at some point there'll be a live teacher on the screen, and then other times they'll be working on their own, and that person will make sure they stay on task. So, because I think what Prince Edward has probably found, just like a lot of some other divisions, is when you assign a student a virtual class, but there's not an adult to make sure they're on task, they may get behind, and then there's no way to catch them up to when you get toward the end in the home stretch. So you may have to issue an incomplete until the child is able to complete the work. So this way, we're being proactive.
And an advantage as well is this person will be able to log on and see their coursework, which we haven't done previously, so she'll be able to see, you know, Janine has only done 1 out of 52 assignments or 29 assignments.
Even though Janine said she had already done 14.
Right, because she's
She just told the story.
devastated she can't be on her phone, whatever it might be. So then she'll be able to go over and address that student individually. So that we think will help. Yes, ma'am.
What kind of training will the lab monitor require or have been given to the lab monitor?
So right.
that we will know that she knows what to do.
So right now, you know, she's just started, and so we're getting the students on. So she's had a lot of support in the classrooms, just working with her. Like I know I have time to be up there tomorrow at 1:30 while she tries to do the live course with the teacher. And I was in there today helping the students get on. So she's gonna have a lot of the support with us in there getting them going. And then she can reach out and we can provide additional support. I think she needs to see how the program will work first and then see what kind of help she will need. She also has access to the teacher of the students and she can reach out to them as well. And so that'll, she can say, I'm not sure what you were telling them for this, can you give me some assistance? So that will help for that. And for the day-to-day support, the administrators at the high school have already provided that to her. How do you get your students from here to the bus? What do you do if a student asks to go to the bathroom? They provided that to her first day there. So she had that support prior to the students coming. Any other questions about that for the math? And then the only other update was just letting you all know that we did, you all did approve the purchase of the high-quality instructional materials for math, which is excellent. The teachers seem very excited. We had 2 training sessions already. One for our curriculum writers so that they could write it in alignment with the materials for the summer. And then all staff received it when they came back. And we've received positive feedback about the training. They seem very excited about the materials. And so we'll see, once they start working with them, how that moves forward. Any questions about that? And they did get print and online. So the students will have both. And I know that was definitely a wish for the board that they would have both. And they do have that.
That's good.
All right, any questions? Thank you.
All right. Jones, did you want to add anything?
Oh, yes, ma'am. So, Ms. Carson, members of the board, just to give you an update about what's been going over the last month. It's hard to believe it's just been a little over a month since I joined the Prince Edward County Public Schools team. Our school year is off to a strong start. We had day 2 with kids, and I can't say enough about the schools, the principals, their staff, and that includes all of our staff, whether it's transportation, whether it's school resource officer, whether it's Mr. Freeman helps with the school security at the elementary school, school nutrition, custodial, maintenance, everyone about it. It's central office. It's been a good start. I've seen lots of smiles. I did hear some cries. Not from adults, from children, about getting the year started. So over the last couple of days, I've been in the buildings a lot, and I've seen a lot of good things. So interacting with kids, and so it's been good. Seen smiles, so that's a good. So it's just good. The pre-service week, we had a positive, energetic week with staff. One of the things that I think really helped the staff, there was a lot of change for Prince Edward County Public Schools starting July 1, but the staff had a lot of time in their classrooms, and they had a lot of time with their principals and administrators. We had meetings, but we didn't have a lot of meetings that pulled them out, so it gave them time to get acclimated and do things, and I think that makes a difference. So I appreciate that. The school nutrition team, along with Mr. Davis, they provided a great kickoff breakfast this year. We did more of a sit-down breakfast where there's bacon and eggs and sausage and gravy and juice and different things. So if you walked into the high school cafeteria, you saw people sitting at the tables doing a lot of laughing and talking. It was a good atmosphere. There was some music playing, and they weren't eager to get up. They laughed and talked, so it was good. So I think everyone had a good time. They seemed to enjoy the food, so I didn't hear any complaints. So good job, Mr. Davis. Throughout the month of July, we hosted 5 meet and greets across the county. So that went well, and I appreciate everyone that came out into the fire departments and let us have and to the Seed Innovation Hub for all that they did. We participated in the NAACP's Meet the Candidates Forum that was held at the Moton Museum, which I appreciate. The NAACP also hosted a wellness event for a division, and they let me speak, but it was good food. It was a good time. But what I think is the most powerful part about that is 16 churches came together to make that event possible. The decorations and different things. So that is really good. So that speaks volumes for a community, and the support that's out there. So I really appreciated that. Mr. Eggleston, the Elks Lodge, the Fresh Boys and Girls Clubs, they all did back to school giveaways. So it was good. Lots of kids, a lot of interactions. So it was good. It was a lot of positive, which I appreciate. Longwood University and Hampton-Sydney College, we were here the last couple days to welcome our students back. They didn't get to every school, but they got to schools. I think it was over 60, Longwood sent 60 people, I think, that helped us welcome, and Hampton-Sydney had their coaches. So it's pretty neat to see. I happened to be on the bus loop, on the bus landing, to see your head baseball coach from Hampton-Sydney interacting with these little pre-K kids that you would, because he's a tall man, and they would look at him, and it was just, you know, I think they melted his heart. I'm not sure, but over the past couple of weeks, participated in, took Mr. Eubank, the athletic director for the high school. We went on Richard's Roundup on 92.9 for the sports part just to introduce him. You know, to have a conversation about what's in store for Prince Edward Athletics, so that was good. Got a lot of positive feedback from the community about that. And, you know, then I went on there for Peggy Love and I went to WFLO just to highlight the division. So that's gone well, and I don't know if you saw it last week, I did a little article for the paper that was in there, and you know, the input, I think it was the same week that there was information about, just gave an update on the opening and then gave a summary from where we did the candidates forum and different things, so that was good. And then Monday, the Lemonade Shark was here. We provided lemonade for all of the staff, and the Lemonade Shark is a couple that sells lemonade, but their story is, he's the general manager for the True Hilton here in Farmville, or the manager, and she works for Century 21 Realty. But they do this, you know, as their business, but then they're also the couple that provide the food for the food pantry at the high school for kids that they don't have children, but they provide food. They just restocked it this week, so to make sure the kids have food. So that's pretty powerful. So it's a good thing. So that shows you that there's a lot of community support and different things, which I appreciate. Classes are underway, and you know, the focus this year is getting into the classrooms to see what the kids are doing and what are the kids learning. And just, you know, having, you know, I participated in a couple introduction games today. One of the teachers, when I was at lunch at the middle school today, told me, Dr. Jones, the kid said you did not follow directions. And I did not. I didn't, but it was an interactive bingo thing, and the kids needed to get bingo. I admit it. And I just said, really? But I knew I didn't, but they didn't say anything, so. But it was good. They are. It was good though. It was an eighth grade English class. It was pretty good. They didn't say anything, and I didn't either. So the cell phone policy that rolled out, that is progressing. So I think our communication in advance about it, parents have been supportive and families. So as with anything, we'll have our good days with it, and we'll have our not so good days with it. But so far, it's rolling. Now, I hope I didn't just jinx these principals for tomorrow. Special thanks to Sheriff Epps, our school resource officers, and our school security officer, Mr. Freeman, for keeping things safe and flowing. I can't say enough about our sheriff's department. They are very supportive of this school division. They're here, you know, and we had a school resource officer that could not be here today. They arranged for a substitute to be here. That tells you right there you're in a good community, because that does not happen everywhere. So I can't say enough about that. And then, you know, we talked a little bit about policies tonight, but one of the things, you know, in policies, there's regulations that the superintendent is charged of coming up with. So one of the ones that, a regulation that I updated and I wanted to let you know is when students apply to come to Prince Edward County Public Schools for out of county, we have an application for that, but our application was not detailed enough. Meaning they could apply and then there is, you know, the reason for applying and different things. So I updated that I need to know about discipline, I need to know if a student receives special services, and to really outline that if you live in another county and you want to come to Prince Edward County Public Schools, you know, we have to make sure that you're in good attendance, you have discipline, and if we violate any of those things, you may not remain here. But also I needed to stress that we're not responsible for your transportation. We're responsible for Prince Edward County residents' transportation. So just to spell that information, and then to let you know that your variance may be denied if your attendance is not good, your grades fall, or you become a behavior issue. Or if you receive a special service that will be additional cost to the county. Because sometimes there are services that a child needs based on if they have an IEP that can be very expensive. And that's not fair to a county if you're not the resident of the county. So just to kind of detail that and get more information on that. So I did update that application process because I thought the one we currently had was too vague, and that does not take board approval. That is a regulation, and I just wanted to make sure that Prince Edward County Public Schools is always taken care of along the way. And then another one was, we always talk about you heard Ms. Garrett, you've heard principals talk about this. We have online classes, and there will always be a need for an online class. However, nothing replaces a good teacher. And that is one of the things that we're going to continue to work on. We're continuing to work on our salary study, where we can be competitive, where we need to be competitive. And we also are working on the culture and climate of the buildings. Buildings, it's not always just about the money and the benefits. They help because you need that. That's just one of these currencies that you need. But it needs to be, we're working on the culture of, I want to be at Prince Edward County Public Schools. And so over the last month, we've put a lot of work into that, and I haven't seen anybody leave after 2 days, and when I see new staff members, like, you come back day one, come back day two. So far, they're coming back, so it's good, and their principals have really done that. But it also, when we're recruiting administrators and we're recruiting, because we want the best of the best. Our kids deserve that, and our community deserves that. So one of the regulations that I updated, and it's not a board policy, is when we hire a 12-month or that may get vacation, you cannot transfer vacation leave into a school division. But the way our policy reads is the maximum vacation that our 12-month staff can get 12 days throughout the year. That's additional, because things happen. Sometimes they need time off. But the current practice in Prince Edward is that we have not front-loaded those. So I would like to change it where we front-load the vacation days. So when someone comes in, the regulation is that their vacation would be front-loaded. Because currently they have to wait till they work a day to earn this and so forth. If they leave, of course their pay would be docked. There's a way to get the funds back. So it's just a recruitment and retention tool because people look at those kind of things. It may seem silly to people, but when you're looking to go recruit staff, because I always want the best, that this is one of the things to help do that. Because that is a question that gets asked. So it's just a change in practice. So I just wanted to let you all know that. But with that, I'm enjoying being here. I've enjoyed my time being an Eagle so far. I hope you keep me for a while. And I can say this. When you come to a place, there's always people that will tell you why you shouldn't come to a place. Okay? However, over the last month, everything that I was told I have not found, not everything, maybe some things, I've enjoyed being here. There's good people doing good things, and it's a good community. And I can't say enough about the community support. That is not everywhere, but there are organizations that want to be in Prince Edward County Public Schools and do things, and we're working on that. We're going to send out a community survey to different organizations about the talents that they have or what they may do and compile it, because there has to be regulations to that, but just to get it in there. So I can't say enough, and I appreciate you all giving me the opportunity to be here. It's been good, and I'm enjoying it. So I keep coming back, so it's good. So that's all I have.
Thank you. The calendar, your calendar is attached there, you might copy down those dates of the important things here. You did your report. Board member comments?
Go ahead. You should. Go ahead.
I'm gonna yield.
I'll go next.
Dr. Jones,
Yes, ma'am.
please put an effort beyond measure into celebrating our children.
Well.
And I know you heard me speak about it the other day. When the children come to us, yes, we get a glimpse of what they have accomplished. But in listening to the ones that were highlighted the other day at this church, I got to hear about their community services, their GPAs, their other good things that they were doing, and some of the interests that they had. Please find a way to make sure that our children are celebrated and their parents and the community know that they are going to be celebrated. That's a real stickler for me.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Well, you stole most of my thunder on thinking about yesterday and today, because I had the opportunity to bring two children to school yesterday, and it was so exciting to see as I drove down the street, the activity and the fervor and I dropped off a middle schooler, and even though it was kind of threatening to rain, all the teachers were out there and the principals and assistant principals and just welcoming, and the group out front that was cheerleading and welcoming our kids. And when my granddaughters got home yesterday, when we picked them up, they literally spent almost 2 hours telling us about their day. And that, to me, speaks, you don't need to know anything else, is how excited they were to start from the moment they got out of the car, step by step, until they got back into the car with us yesterday afternoon, letting us know exactly what happened, including what all they had for lunch, which, by the way, they loved. And so anyway, hats off to every single person in this division, not just teachers, not just administrators, but everyone that has contributed. And Dr. Jones, we are really happy you are here, and thank you for all you are doing for us. That's mine.
Mr. Tom?
I never raised my hand yet, so. I just did all the comments, Dr. Jones, certainly glad to have you here. As a person who was at the elementary school yesterday, I mean, the energy was well received. Even the kids who kind of walked in a little groggy, a little still in the summer, they got that high fives from all these coaches and community members and the cheerleaders, so it was really, really cool to see. I just want to put a brief plug in for parents and community members. Consider joining kind of our PTO organizations. I've been kind of on and off active at the elementary school PTO, but the elementary school PTO meeting, the first one will be August 21st. Location TBD with all the construction and such going on, but it's a great way to continue to be involved. It's a great way to add kind of the icing to the cake that is Prince Edward County Public Schools. I mean, the teachers and the staff do immense work, but we can do even more work with kind of community support. Spring Fling is always kind of one of the most popular fundraisers, which always raises a decent amount of money, and a great way to kind of show a lot of activity at the school. Middle school, I think, had one, kind of on and off, but consider being involved. And if there's not one, consider starting one. But just like this works best when we're all kind of rowing in the same direction.
Their meeting is the 13th, August 13th, at 5:15 in the middle school library. I'm speaking, so yeah.
Excellent. So
And we
13th
can
for the
get one
middle
started
school,
for the high school.
21st for the elementary school, and then if you want to start one for the high school, talk to some folks, because I'm sure there'll be some interest. But I've appreciated the years of support and such, and just excited for your school year. Actually, one more thing, sorry. There's a car wash fundraiser for the elementary PTO Flagstaff, so if you're already getting your car washed there anyway, just consider.
When is it?
I don't know how long it's going on until, but I know they told me it works at every Flagstaff, so you don't have to go to the one here, you can go to any of them. And there's like a QR code where like they'll get like a percentage of the proceeds or something to that effect. I'll talk to Hannah and get the
Get that
QR
QR
code
codes up.
sent out,
Okay.
but please get your car washed while you
My
can,
car's
and you can get some good donations back to the schools.
Just want to ditto everything that's been said as well. I had the opportunity to attend the convocation, July 28th, opening day, and there was so much energy as far as the planning that went into that day was just awesome. From the breakfast, the team breakfast for all staff, the vendors that came, and then the convocation. It was like 2.5 hours. It was high energy. I was ready to pull my retirement out. It brought back so many good memories across my whole career. And then opening day for the kids 2 days ago, I had the opportunity to be with Mr. Townsend at the elementary school and then all the other campuses. So hats off to every staff member, all our students and families that really have pulled together to make this beginning of this school year just an awesome beginning. And thank you, Mr. or Dr. Jones, your leadership, and then our administrators here, our campus administrators, all 4 of them are here tonight. So hats off to you, and as far as just the leadership of everyone involved underneath your buildings, and it's really a truly blessing. I think to be a part of the team, the board team here. There's excitement on the horizon for Eagle Country.
I like the energy and the movement that the school has right now and the way things are going. I missed last month. I wasn't here for July, but I wanted to say this last month that the transition has been really good. It's been a challenge and been a big challenge going, from not having a superintendent to an interim superintendent, and that's been a big challenge for us. But one constant that we've had, and we need to make sure that we acknowledge them, has been the executive staff. The executive staff has really been good with this transition. The folks who have been here in this building, they've actually really held it down well, and has really helped to make this a successful transition. And we have to make sure that we give them some kudos.
Yes.
Well, I just say piggyback on everything everybody said. I came into convocation, the music was playing, the atmosphere was just wonderful. I just started dancing down the aisle. It just felt really good. It made you feel good, and that was nice. We appreciate it. I just wanted to get a shout out to Mr. Pope Johnson. I sent your thank you, but thank you for your help as we transitioned from an acting superintendent to a real superintendent.
I'm
Thank
an actor.
you for allowing, we appreciate Longwood University helping us out at a time when we needed help. We thank you so much, and I want to say that out loud so people can hear you.
Thank you very much.
I'm ready to go. If I can do something, okay. Mr.
I
Mayor?
just wanted to say a word. I joined the school board in January of 2024, and I've never seen the members more upbeat.
You're welcome.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are. Look at it. Let me get it.
Approve all this, right?
Yes.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
I move that we approve the superintendent's personnel agenda with the addition of the one person that was brought up.
Second.
Second. All right. All in favor? And then the religious exemption.
I move that we approve the religious exemption as presented during closed session.
Second.
All in favor?
And that's all that has to be.
Mr. Tackett, are you in favor?
Yes.
Now we can,
Now,
Motion to adjourn.
The community advisory committee.
it does not have to vote, we're getting it next month.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
we turn in the names.
Okay, so no vote needed, got it.
Yep.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah, second.
second. All right, all in favor?
Great meeting.
Thank you, thank you for coming, we appreciate it.
Hey.
Have a good evening.